Welcome back to the GymCrafter YouTube channel, everybody. My name is Tim. I am the head gym nerd here at GymCrafter.com, and it is Friday, so happy Friday, everybody. And that means two things. Number one, it's time for another Fast Friday video. And number two, it's time for me yet again to prove all the doubters wrong that I actually can make videos that are short and not excruciatingly long.
Liar, liar.
And today I've got something cool for you. It's a little bit different. It has to do with your gym, but more about how to find something that you're going to love for your gym, not necessarily a specific item, but it has to do with shoes. So one of the big drawbacks in home gym stuff is that you cannot go try this stuff.
That sucks.
Unless you live next to the Rep Fitness showroom or the Rogue showroom or something like that, you can't actually go try this stuff. You have to just buy online blind. And it's really hard to do that, especially for things like barbells where you want to feel it first. Well, what's even harder is when you're looking for shoes to train in, you can't really go to the store other than maybe a Nike, like a Nike Metcon or a Reebok. Sometimes you can find some Reeboks at the store, but for the most part, there aren't a lot of stores that actually show training shoes where you can actually try them on and see how they feel. So when it came time for me to replace these shoes, now I've been training in Zero barefoot shoes for several years. These guys, I couldn't kind of worn through them a little bit. So it was not only time to replace them because they were old, but I have changed my training. So I've actually added a lot of ballistic movements to my training. I've added some jumping to my training. I've added some things that the barefoot shoes aren't necessarily great for. I've also been working on my barbell back squat quite a bit.
You want to know how strong I am?
And those don't necessarily lock your foot in. So I was looking for a training shoe, and I went to Dick's Sporting Goods, and they literally didn't have any. I've gone to a couple other shoe stores, and then I realized that I should just look up my friend Jake Bolley. And my friend Jake Bolley, I've known him for kind of an online friend, but I've known him for a couple of years now. And Jake runs a website called That Fit Friend. And he's also a YouTube channel. And the cool thing is that Jake, if you live in the St. Louis area, Jake is opening the first of its kind shoe store. Now, I'm not affiliated with Jake. I don't make any money if you buy something from Jake. Again, I just think that this is such a cool thing and such a cool service that you should know about. And even if you don't live in St. Louis, you're going to be able to take advantage of Jake's help. So I reached out to Jake, and his store is not open yet, but the store is basically going to be, it's a gym. It's in a gym. So you're going to be able to go in and actually train in a bunch of different types of shoes before you buy your shoes. So how cool is that? Not just like put them on, walk around, look in a little angled mirror and go, I hope these will work, but like actually go do a workout in the shoes. So that's super cool. If you're in the St. Louis area, make sure and check out Jake's store. I'll put links down below to his website and his Instagram, and that way you'll be able to find out when it opens because it'll be opening soon. But the cool thing about Jake, and I actually model some of my behavior here online after Jake, is that Jake answers all of his comments.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that is surprisingly cool of him.
All of the DMs, all of his questions, he answers them all. Now, why would you want to DM Jake? Because Jake is probably the single most knowledgeable person on training in athletic shoes in the world. I know a lot of you guys like their channel as many reviews as possible, and as good as that channel is, Jake blows that guy away as far as his knowledge because he actually owns and trains in virtually every possible training shoe you could think of. So he knows more about shoes than I'll ever know about barbells or anything else. And it was really cool. What I did was I just shot him a message and said, hey man, I'm looking to replace my Zeros. Here's the kind of training that I would like. And what should I buy? And he's like, hey, you'll like these or you'll like these. And by the way, I had already tried and bought a couple of pairs online and sent them back because they didn't work, so I was kind of frustrated. And he goes, buy these or buy these, you'll like either one. And he ended up recommending these. These are the Born Primitive Savage ones. Awesome shoes. They're exactly what I was looking for. They're a real low drop shoe, so they're very similar to the barefoot shoe. They've got this nice heel support here where my feet are really locked in for lifting. They're light and nimble enough for me to do jumping. They are ideal. I was absolutely thrilled when I bought them. Now, I happen to buy them. He does sell these on his website. He doesn't sell all the shoes he recommends on his website, but these he happened to, so I got these really quick. If you do buy some from his website, if you don't like them, he covers the shipping on returns in case they don't work for you. But I'm not recommending these shoes for you. These may not be the right shoes for you. These are the right shoes for me. Awesome wide toe box. It can go on for a while. I love these things. But what I love even more is that we as home gym owners have a resource to go to where you can literally say, here's the shoes I'm used to, here's what I've liked, here's what I'm trying to do.
So you think you could Help brother out.
And Jake will actually get back to you with a solid recommendation or two of shoes that you are most likely going to like, and if not, they don't cost you anything to send back. So that is my Fast Friday for today. I always like to give you guys good resources to find great stuff for your gym. Again, I am not affiliated. I don't make anything from this recommendation outside of knowing that you are going to end up with a cool, awesome, wonderfully fitted pair of new shoes to train in, and hopefully that'll make your training better, and hopefully that'll keep you coming back for more. So you guys go out and have an awesome weekend. Thank you for tuning in this Friday, and I will see you next week with more videos. I'm Tim with GymCrafter.